Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and Iron here from the blockrunner, MetaZone, Rovi, and Mscribe, and today we're back after a long hiatus, being attacked by hurricanes.
Yes.
And
Pathogens,
of course.
again, as usual. Steady pathogens in this area for
It's
some
consistent.
reason. It is consistent.
It's annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying, but we've survived. We've survived a lot worse in our past, so we're here, dude. We're here, and I'm surprised you remember the intro and everything.
Yeah. I've been practicing at night, dude.
That's definitely been the long. It's been the longest hiatus we've had, I think, ever. It feels like.
I think it was, yeah.
Almost 2 weeks, dude. So we apologize. We destroyed, obviously, our good graces.
Yeah.
We've obviously vanquished our YouTube algorithm.
Big time.
It's gone.
You know, we should have done some Twitter Spaces, but I didn't even have a good cell reception.
Yeah, we went through like an actual infrastructure collapse, right?
Big time, yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, this is not a common theme, I guess, in the Houston area for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You would think like the energy capital of the world would have a better like grasp.
They do not, no.
Like infrastructure maintenance and all that stuff, but you know, nature is a motherfucker of a force, right?
Dude, it's like the monetary incentives. It's the cheapest thing. It's the cheapest company that builds the infrastructure. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So things will collapse.
Nonetheless, I mean, things are recovered. So, yeah, we tried our best to, inform you guys. You're right. We should have probably hopped on our mobile devices just to, like, stay plugged in, with the communications and such. But what did you do personally? Did you spend this time to, like, reflect a little bit? None. You were just too busy, like, dealing with, like, chaos.
Yeah, I was just trying to put out fires the whole time.
Literally.
I mean, there's all kinds of fires, like work fires, personal fires, like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, man. So we were literally actually out the loop for, I think, the first time in a long time. And I felt it.
Yeah.
I felt super disconnected. So I'm really glad to be back. Now we can But
we didn't miss much, right? And like nothing really happened in the world for like 10 days, right? No big deal.
In the world or in the crypto world?
In the world. Like nothing big happened, right?
I don't think so. Nothing worth talking about on this discussion.
Yeah, right.
But there is a real world happenings, quite a few of them. So yeah, tune into our podcast, guys.
Yeah.
Which will be posted on Saturday because no interview this Saturday, but after that we got several interviews lined up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do our thing, our little riffathon.
Yeah. Apologize to the ICP guy. We've been delaying on that one just because of circumstances.
Yeah, but we're going to get back in there because we need to understand these technical weeds, how to actually implement some sort of real cross-chain connection between Bitcoin and a programmable
just
blockchain,
to add functionality.
a new tech stack to apply to Bitcoin, right? So we're going to go into that, and then we got like some interesting guests in the gaming sector specific to Bitcoin, so I don't really want to like mention their name yet, but I'm pretty sure if you guys have been paying attention, you know what the hell we're talking about. So yeah, lock in for that. So speaking of locking in, there's a big reason why we need to be locking in a little more aggressively now, right?
Yeah, if this is the first time watching the podcast or this video, we're talking about ordinals, we're talking about DMT a lot, talk about bitmap, we talk about...
Yeah, why are we doing that, dude?
Yeah, it's like, why? Why are we talking about these things instead of Ethereum and smart contracts and DEXs and like DeFi? Like, why aren't we talking about that? I thought you were crypto guys. Like, well...
That was a cool thing to talk about 4 years ago.
Exactly. Right? That was cool 4 years ago. Yeah. That's right. You know what's cool now?
What's cool?
Ordinals. Why ordinals? Why are we here, right?
Yeah.
So I had a tweet here. Remember why we're here. There's a tweet by Beto Ordileon.
Damn, that was a good pronunciation.
Yeah.
Very thorough.
It says, we're still early. Look at ETH, 415 billion. ETH ecosystem, 345. But look at this. Bitcoin, 1.3 trillion. Current ecosystem size, just 7 billion.
It's a speckle, dude. It's a pimple.
A handful of pixels here.
Yeah, it's really nothing. And that's always been the thesis from the beginning. Like, we got sucked into this space when there wasn't even a visible, material point.
It was not even a pixel,
Not even a billion, right? So it was like, what? Yeah. But nonetheless, the thesis was sound, right? You have such a critically important and valuable asset base in Bitcoin, right? This is the thing. This is the driver of our entire industry, our market.
Yeah.
And now, like, an ecosystem has potential here. I mean, it always kind of had, but the market share, the sentiment, consensus, whatever, is like, we need to develop away from Bitcoin. Fade Bitcoin at all costs. Right? Yeah. But, I mean, there's evidence to suggest, why can't Bitcoin interplay with every other existing, blockchain interface that exists, right? And the technology is being built, and that's what we've been following for the last year and a half, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is what's at stake. This is why we keep our finger on the pulse as much as we can.
Yep.
And to us, this is as sound as it gets, right? If you're looking for something of interest and opportunity.
Yeah, for entertainment purposes, there's nothing more entertaining than what's happening on Bitcoin.
Totally agree. And of course, along with what's happening, just like on the technical front and, innovation space of Bitcoin, there's a lot of macro situations happening just to kind of bolster Bitcoin overall.
Yeah.
Right. Which we're not going to talk about here, but tune into the podcast.
Yeah. Listen to the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on here, we got a tweet by Mscribe. Big week of new DMT UNATs entering the block pad. We have baby lucky pandas, Nat Snow, and then we have Nat Nerds.
Yeah, so these are all ongoing mints going on right now on Mscribe, guys. So speaking of opportunities in the space, DMT, it's part of that 7 billion?
7 billion.
Very small part,
yes,
but still part of it nonetheless, right? So this is obviously something of significant importance to us, this whole non-arbitrary token space, right?
Yeah, so like we were saying, this is happening on Mscribe right now. A lot of these are about to be, so baby or Nat Snow right now, I think is an open mint. So is baby lucky pandas, and then Nat Nerds is an open mint as well, and this one's free.
Yeah. So this is pretty easy. Just go to the NATs page on mscribe.io, and you'll see this block pad, all these existing launches. If you're not familiar with the block pad minting experience, it's a little different, a little unique compared to like what traditionally happens whenever things are minting. You're not gonna like enter like a page with just like a single button, right, where you just mint and then you set like a quantity. That's not how these mints happen, right? There's a
grid of squares that represents the blocks of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And you basically select which blocks that you want, hit inscribe, and all of a sudden you're owner of this like non-arbitrary art on Bitcoin.
Yeah, whatever the content that was produced based on the parameter set by this creator, this deployer, whatever. Yeah. Which is always rooted from the data of the block itself, right? That is kind of like that's what's happening in the DMT space. So yeah, definitely check that out if you're interested, just to see. You want to collect some of these first collections, you could do so. But let's talk about like what's coming ahead, because I mean, there's a lot of interesting things in development, but I think this space overall, not just for DMT, but all things ordinals. I mean, people are looking for like something new to emerge, right?
Yeah, there seems to be two camps right now in like the ordinals ecosystem. One camp is like no functionality is better. The other camp is functionality is better.
Keep it memey. Yeah. Keep it. It's just as long as these vehicles, these tokens, whatever, these devices are able to foster culture, that's all we need to create like an entertainment market.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That is a significant portion of the camp. And then there's another significant portion of the camp is like, no, we actually need to go back to our roots and try and like do things that are, disruptive, whether it's to some sort of centralized industry, whatever, right? Like that's like the real heart and soul of Web3.
Right.
So, I mean, where do you lie, dude?
Well, I feel like utility is always going to be the better option, just because it gives actually people who are looking for entertainment value, it gives them an opportunity to pick tokens with utility that have potential upside entertainment value, right? Rather than memes is just a casino, which is fine, right?
Yeah.
But you can't be consistent with like a casino, right? No one creates a career going to the casino.
I don't know. There's some actual professional gamblers out there, dude.
Well, there are, but they tend to lose just like everybody else regularly.
I don't know.
They just happen to lose a lot less than everybody else.
Yeah, they figured something out. Like if you can actually make a career out of gambling, which some people do, they figured out some way to have an edge on the game. So
right, but how many people have careers in roulette gambling?
0.
Exactly.
It's got to be poker, some kind of game,
some sort of game. Yeah,
a game or blackjack maybe, and probably not. I wouldn't bet my career on blackjack. I hate that game.
Yeah, you could strategize around blackjack, but you get my point. It's like
yeah.
Casino goers don't come back as winners as often as people who play games and are good at games.
Yeah.
Right. So
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Speaking of games.
So let's talk about this. So Hero is one of the more interesting projects being developed for UNAT.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about this is that Superfan here has created like an entire infrastructure that would allow anybody to leverage AI to generate like dynamic images. Like, okay, so AI images, like who cares, right? Well, what's a big deal about this is that this is not just an AI image generator. It is a set of blocks that are being represented as heroes that are going to go through an adventure.
Yeah.
And in that adventure, it could be like an alien attack. It could be some sort of monster attack within this like environment. And then as that attack occurs, your image updates because the event is we have an alien attack. And now there's like an alien in the background. You got your PFP, avatar guy. And then you interact with this like turn-based adventure game in real time on Bitcoin.
So what the tie-in here is some sort of non-arbitrary queue that's triggering these changes in events, these changes in conditions that can alter the outcome, I guess, of your specific hero or whatever.
Yeah, and Superfan, he can be very creative here. Like if a pattern occurs on the next block and that pattern represents, Godzilla coming in, like attacking all the heroes.
Yeah,
and
it's true.
For the next 2016 blocks, which is 2 weeks, there's a Godzilla attack. Yeah. Right. You have to go in and play the game, right? Play the turn-based game, and you get a team of these heroes together to fight Godzilla back, and you have a chance to win.
Yeah.
And then if you win, you get like perks and updates to how your avatar looks.
And level ups potentially, stuff like that.
Yeah, and all this is being reflected in real time in the image that you minted.
Yeah.
And all this is like being generated with this AI infrastructure where you can, as like a one-man show, you can manipulate this whole ecosystem.
Well, that's where it's like it stands out, right? Because what you're describing is a pretty complex, like, framework, I guess, of cause and effect, I guess, that can be implemented within a game ecosystem, or like you said, like in a however long-lasting medium of storytelling.
Yeah,
it's interesting because of the technology of artificial intelligence, now these things can be kind of like. Complexity can be reduced significantly, right?
Yeah.
Where you can actually feasibly achieve these outcomes without like having to have,
a whole fleet of team members like updating images and like changing stuff.
Exactly. Arbitrarily.
Yeah.
To be honest. Yeah. So again, this is a good showcase of like why non-arbitrary, I guess, substance can be applied for a lot of different verticals, right? Not just the creation of images. I mean, obviously, proven market there. That's what Unet creators have been doing for the last several months now.
Right.
But yeah, it's like the next stage is how do we, I guess, introduce more complexity to this ecosystem, right? And obviously, in my mind, everyone else's mind, the natural state of progression from like static or even non-static 2D images is like some type of game, right?
Yeah.
Or the metaverse, for example. Like that's obviously always been our focus, and so. Seems to be like this is where this next tranche of experimentation is heading, right?
Yeah, and in this video here, what you're seeing is like examples of what the characters look like, and you can see in this like video set and compiling all these like different characters, you could see the resemblance of some like famous actors.
I didn't really spot any. Let me see.
Oh, you didn't? Look at this.
Let me look through that again.
Right here, who does that look like?
Hold on, pause it, dude.
Hold on, I'm trying to pause it.
He's got like a mixture of Leo DiCaprio there, and maybe
like a Hispanic version.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That may be. This is tough.
Yeah, I mean they're just like
that looked like. Oh damn it! You're going. Hold on. Who's that look like, TJ? I know you know.
Hold on. Right there.
Does that look like what's her name? Miley Cyrus a little bit.
I got nothing, dude.
Okay. I mean, there's tinges of like, familiarity within it.
Yeah, it's I guess by design, but like in the production version, there's not going to be any resemblance to any actors.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's just the point is that you can manipulate these images to have like a story, and so that's what's cool about it is that this is an interactable sort of ecosystem.
Yeah, we've got to get Superfan on here so we can get like deep dive because. I mean, there's a lot of potential here. We need to really unpack it all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think just one Twitter post is going to do enough. But okay, so that's the introduction of that.
Right.
Nanomons. So we've talked about nanomons in the past.
Yes.
Obviously, TCGs is like a significant part of everyone's memory base. I've been watching Inside Out lately.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Pixar movies. So I'm thinking a lot about,
emotions.
No, I was, the brain, how the brain operates. You got these little balls that store your short and long term memory and such.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, TCGs. Obviously, we got tons of these little memory balls.
Are you talking about Pogs and
Pokemon, dude? Pokemon and
Magic,
Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, dude. Like everybody loves the collectible card games, right?
Right. Everybody.
So I mean, this is a new application of how we can potentially generate these things non-arbitrarily, right?
Right.
Through the leveraging of the DMT framework, which is obviously very cool. Something I was not expecting to happen.
Yeah.
But because of Natomon, it's actually on the horizon, right?
Yeah, and that's the whole point of this is that, UNATs are not just like these images. They could be like functional assets. And we come from the metaverse, so we see those assets being functional in the metaverse, but they can be functional like as a game, as like all these different types of like verticals that you wouldn't be, it's not obvious.
Yeah.
Right. And so here, Natomon is a trading card game that I think there's only 2016 or 4,032 supply.
I think it's 8,000 actually.
Or is it 8,000? Okay.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be part of like this game ecosystem that they're going to be building, and I think they're pretty much done with building it.
Yeah.
And the mint should be happening pretty soon, but a trading card game that is non-arbitrary is like something brand new.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I mean, when you're used to, unpacking these cards or whatever that you're collecting, some entity that produced them, manufactured them, whatever, they decided, these characters have these traits, and they delivered that to the front end user, and that is the experience that you have with these cards, right? So This is like a whole different model. It's like all these things are generated based on the block data, right? So the next time there's a new introduction of a supply, nobody really knows how these permutations are going to come out.
Yeah.
Whether they're going to have mutations or not, powerful stats or not, things like that, right? So that is like the new finagling with all this, right?
Yeah.
Does that outcome in a more enriching user experience or not for this like consumer sector, right?
Yeah.
So very exciting to see that. And then another one, Foxyverse, dude.
So Foxyverse, yeah. One of the more interesting implementations of a UNAT, this is going to be a bit miner that's going to be deployable in their metaverse, and it's going to be mining Foxy tokens.
Yeah, can we watch this video in like all its glory?
Yeah, let's see.
This is pretty cool. I think maybe this is the wrong video. I think it is. This is Bitmap Emporium. So shout out to Bitmap Emporium.
Well, unless
they also have presence in this Foxyverse.
Yeah, which they just blocked out NatBats.
They did.
Just like last week.
So shout out to the Emporium community, Bitmap Emporium.
I think in this video,
there it is. It's like
right
there on the side, just jiggling.
Yeah.
Just having a grand old time being a miner, dude.
Yeah.
But there's another video somewhere. So let's find that. That was my fault. I put in the wrong link. I don't know. But there's an image of it. Maybe they never posted it.
I don't think they posted it. I think they just post teaser videos.
Oh, snap. Well, then let's just look at that then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this is also a teaser because they're going to have this miner that you can deploy within your bitmap.
Yeah.
And then not only that, the 3D asset of it is going to be dynamically generated.
Yeah.
And it's going to be completely unique.
Yeah.
Right? And so once you purchase this asset, you can deploy that asset and actually start mining Foxy tokens on your bitmap.
Yeah, this is crazy. So people have been craving and cluttering and just absolute pandemonium within the bitmap communities. Like when are the devs who've been cooking going to actually deliver something of substance?
Dude, this is so cool because as soon as we enable block drops on bitmap, people can block drop these assets and then Foxy can use this bitminer to mine those assets.
Absolutely.
And so now you have like the Foxy community contributing to like
the production of
new digital commodities.
Absolutely. Yeah, so this is big. This is actually bigger. So all these projects we're going to make future like standalone videos for, because each of them, like we said, it's introducing new complexities, right, to the ecosystem.
Yeah.
So that requires more explanation and thorough like due diligence, because they're not as easy as something like art as far as interpreting where the value lies.
Right.
Right. There's actual, mechanisms at play here, and that can contribute to a broader ecosystem, right? Which
just consider
very much needed.
Yeah, consider this video just like an introduction of what's happening.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do a deeper dive, just like you're saying, because it's too complex to go over and all these in one video. So.
Okay. All right. So one last thing, you mentioned block drops here. What is this tweet that's me? What am I saying?
So,
shit. There's another thing. We're gonna save this for the podcast. Let's just glance over it.
So just Casey here, just nonchalantly talking about DMT,
dropping digital matter theory protocol and all of its trash. Yeah. All of its trashy elements. Just randomly in his recent podcast. So nonetheless, we,
Yeah. Just join us, Casey, dude.
For
just
real.
Sit next to us.
Right. Why the hesitance, dude?
Yeah.
Why trash your ordinals developers, dude? We're trying to make these ordies like cool, dude. Like,
well, all of ordinals is trash anyways, according to
true.
him. So
yeah,
it's all the same.
Well, maybe wait, did he say shit? Or he said shit. Shitcoin.
Yeah.
Which I guess
everything.
Is not the same
apparently,
thing.
Everything on ordinals is a shitcoin. I mean, everything.
That's fine.
Yeah,
so, but
cool.
he said that we were the real shitcoiner. So that means we're making the best trash.
The best trash. Yeah.
I'm cool with that, dude. I'm cool. We're working on the best trash out there, dude.
Hell yeah. All right, that's it for us. Definitely stay tuned for the podcast. Going to be released in a couple of more days.
Yeah, we'll have more details about block drops. We couldn't get to it in this video.
Yeah.
But expect some major announcements coming soon. Just quick bullet points. Block dropping obviously very significant for Bitmap and any
DMT assets.
Any asset within the ecosystem. Right now we have like a new asset distribution mechanism.
Right.
For anybody's disposal, which is very interesting. It enhances the value of the whole space.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then, additional data field indexing is on the way.
Yep, that's right.
And of course, all these projects we just identified and a lot of Mscribe updates coming as well. So
yeah, and if we miss anything in today's video, let us know in the comment section below. If anything big in the world has happened that we didn't talk about today, let us know in the comment section below as well. Appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.